8:45 on the morning show with Jeff and Will. We are back. Beautiful Friday morning going into a possible beautiful weekend. Can't say that for sure because we might get some showers here and there. But of course, before we start off any weekend, we've got to talk to a man that joins us every Friday at this time, all the way from Marcello's Ristorante. Why, it's Marcello himself. Good morning, Marcello. How are you this morning?
Good morning, America. This is to say Robert Williams. Good morning, America. Beautiful day. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is quite a nice day. Quite a nice day possibly to go out and eat at some fine restaurants, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So we open for lunch today, and the weather is good. We're going to open up also some seats outside. Okay, and then also the inside. Okay, of course.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Before we go into any events and stuff like that, I had a question because
Yes.
I saw a report by NPR recently that had to do with shrinkflation, which, quick definition for those of you out there that don't know what shrinkflation is basically when companies decide to shrink portions down, the Gatorades or the snacks and stuff like that. Portion size basically goes down. The price doesn't, though, but the portion size goes down. Now, I had a question for you, Marcello, if you've been seeing that in the restaurant world, whether you're practicing maybe some of this, maybe you've had to shrink some portion sizes down, or have they remained the same in this, time we're living in where inflation is pretty high?
This is my problem. it's every day is my problem because I was just talking about with somebody yesterday. Yeah, I was at the bar. We were talking about inflation. We were talking about the cost of the goods and how you're making your product. And I would say that I'm my worst enemy. I cannot, I'm an old school, believe it or not. Sometimes I talk to customers and they say, I buy a bouillon, from, Costco or, supermarket, and they're looking for a low salt bouillon. Okay, and then I say, wow, look, the customers, they buy bouillon, okay, and I have to make, the real thing. Taking the bones, breaking down the chicken, celery, carrots, onions, bay leaves, black peppercorn, then put them into, in the cold water. Let the scoring, coming up, the greasing, all the bad stuff. Then, simmering for like 2 hours, and then, strain all the broth. And then we do this 3 times a week.
Wow.
Where somebody take a little bit of a chicken bouillon, put a little water, and they got their chicken stock. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then the same thing with the veal stock. When you go to a restaurant, you have a veal marsala, you have a veal, with a brown sauce. Okay, the same thing. We buy veal bones. Okay, they are I think $1.10 a pound.
Wow.
Okay, $1.10 a pound just for bones. Okay, then we have to roast them. Then you have to put celery, carrots, onions. You have to roast them. Then you have to put tomato paste. Okay, and then you have to get all these bones inside a big pot. Okay, fill it up with water, seasoning with some salt, and then for 25 hours has to simmer it.
25?
Yeah, well, this is 25 if we want to cheat. Okay, if we don't want to cheat, has to go for 48 hours.
Wow.
You have to when I used to work in France, right? You put it on for 2 days. Okay, and then it has to be simmering slowly, and then you become a veal stock with full of a flavor.
You said you worked in France?
Oh yeah, I work in France, I work in England, I worked in Germany, I worked all over Italy. Oh yeah. If you look at my biography on my website, you can see I start in Italy, then I did a stage in Switzerland, then I went back to Italy, then I went to Switzerland again, then back to Italy, and then I went to Germany. Then from Germany, I went to France. I went back to do the army in Italy. Then I went to England. Then from England to Bermuda, Bermuda to United States.
And if people want to look that biography up and read a little bit more in depth, that website is marcellosgroup.com, I believe, right?
Marcellosgroup.com. There you can see so many things. By the way, we start to taking. We got a couple cancellations, okay, for our trip to the Amalfi Coast in Italy. So if somebody is interested to come to the Amalfi Coast, Capri, Positano, Naples, Ravello, Amalfi. Okay, we're leaving on the 26th of August and coming back on the 4th of September. So you're coming back right in time for Labor Day. So Labor Day I think is the 5th. All right, so then you can come in back. So even if you are a teacher, okay, and you want to take a vacation with me, okay, now you can, because in the past, my trips were always from the 4th of September up. This year I did. I made it a little bit earlier because I have a wedding to go in Rome. My nephew gets married in Rome, so my family will go to Rome and stay, up to the 10th of September.
Well, congrats to them. I don't suppose you're catering the wedding, are you?
No, no catering. But anyway, so the trips details are on the website. When you go to marcellosgroup.com, go all the way to the top of the page, and then you go all the way to the right side, and then says Tours of Italy. Then next to that, you have my biography, you got my catering events, my restaurant, cooking school, studio, chef table, So anyway, we're going to start to retaking reservations for the chef table starting on the 18th of August, because one of my chefs asked me for a favor. He says, can I take 2.5 weeks to go around the country, because his brother from France coming in, and it was the only time that he could do it, and only Marcello can give a chef 2.5 weeks in the month of June. Normally you take vacation in July, in March, when you're not that busy. But I told him, yeah, no problem, why not? So then, I've been working straight now from the last, 3.5 weeks. So, after the 18,
good. And you said that's in August, right?
No, my trip, yes. My trip to Italy will be, like I said, if somebody wants to book or wants to come to me, it's the 26th. So you have to leave in New York on the 26th, arriving to Naples on the 27th, and then you're coming back on Sunday, September 4. Some people, they come a day early. So they're leaving on the 25th, they're arriving in Naples on the 26th, they're relaxing inside the hotel, and they're ready for me to pick them up on the 27th. And it's really...
You know offhand what the cost of that is?
Well, I don't like to say it on the radio, but if you go on the details, all the prices are for single, for a double, for a couple, So everything is on the website. So that tells you, what is included too, because most of the time, tours are so many things are not included. Okay, you have to pay for your airfare. Then once you're arriving into Italy, basically you don't have to touch money. We have. All the tips are included, the transportation is included, 4 lunches out of the 7 are included, 7 dinners out of the 8, all the breakfast, The lunch, believe it or not, some of the lunch I don't include it because I like people to take a relaxation. Because my meals is always good meals, a lot of food, a lot of wine. So sometimes, I give you an example, if we go to Capri, and we have a limited amount of time, I don't want to spend, 2.5 hours having lunch together. So I give them a break from the night before, and then we're having a big dinner at night, because, during the day, they have more time for them to visit, the island or a good place. So this way, they can have a small, salad in a local bar. They can have a cocktail or a sandwich. So this way, they have more time because when we have a group of even 6, 8, 10 people, and you go into a restaurant, it takes at least 2 hours. So anyway, but otherwise, every night, we eat together and always great food, great wine, a lot of scenery. My tours also, it's not like Perillo tours or some other tours, you wake up early. No, we leave always around 10:30 the hotel, so you can always enjoy the relaxing morning. You can go for a beautiful walk. We don't do museum, we do some churches, maybe in the town. There's a church, so you can spend like 20 minutes, but we don't go to museum or anything. Mostly it's relaxation, good food, good wine, and good company.
That's
So,
amazing. Now, I just have a quick question. Is the food, you were referencing all the meals that are paid for, which is very nice. Is that pre-planned ahead of time, or do people get to order on site?
well, it depends on how big is the group. Okay, right now we have about 8 people. Okay, and we still have a problem with this COVID, and some people they still a little bit, I mean, they were all full in 2020. Then we had to cancel. Then 21, we still had the problem. What I do is I ask most of my customers, okay, or the people coming on a tour, if they are allergic to something, if they don't eat certain things, okay, if they're gluten free. Okay, if they're vegetarian, So I make a menu according to the people that they come with me. But in general, if we're a small group, sometimes we can order a la carte, and people choose whatever they want. Otherwise, I make a different type of a menu, always anywhere between 4 and 5 courses. Okay, always vegetables, always a salad, always, basically a beautiful meal that even if you don't like certain things, there's many other things that you can enjoy. But I will, if some people don't like pork, we will not have a pork or gluten free So that way they can enjoy more food than just order one item.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you can find more details on that on marcellosgroup.com. Marcello, we've got just a couple minutes left in this segment. Was there anything else you wanted to let our listeners know?
What do you mean we have a couple of minutes? We have 3
coming up
minutes.
soon at the restaurant?
You cut me off. We have 3 minutes.
We got 3. Well, yeah, right.
What's the matter with you? Hey. I'm laughing. We have 3 minutes. Well, now we have 2 minutes.
Let the people know what's going on. You can talk. Go ahead.
What did you say? I'm sorry?
What any fun events going on at the restaurant?
Well, listen, we just came out of the Memorial Weekend, okay? So people now they just come back, Now the graduations are coming in. People are, schools are almost over, okay? So the only thing I can say, if people have not made any decisions, okay, on a graduation or a birthday or a rehearsal dinner. Maybe some people they decide to get married in July or August. Please stop by to see our beautiful catering room. Go to our website, the Marcello's Group. Take a look at our videos. Just book a party at Marcello's. Now that you can eat outside, if you had a problem eating inside, we have 12 seats, 12 to 14 seats outside. Reserve your space outside, and we can accommodate now everybody. So. It's having a beautiful week, like you said, it's a beautiful weekend. So let's have fun at the restaurant. Great food, great wine.
It's a great time to go out to the restaurant, especially with the outside dining open. So we're happy for you with that. Of course, you can go to marcellosgroup.com. I believe you can make some reservations there as well.
Yes.
What's the number people can call if they want a phone call in and make a reservation?
Well, they can make a reservation on up to 8 people, okay? And then if they don't find the space on Open Table, they can call in, leave us a message, and then we will call them back right away.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Marcello from Marcello's Ristorante, for joining us as you do every Friday at this time. We love to hear from you. We hope you have a great weekend. We hope you have a great week following that. We'll talk to you next Friday, if not before then. Have a great one.
Ciao. He wanted to cut me off.
Yeah. They took the couch. That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah?